Hello, my people. What's good, my people? Welcome back to the Red Light Special Live. I'm your host, Yamina LaJean. I know we all been enjoying our summer. It's been hot outside. Let me get into this light because I feel like I'm getting like a shadow. Okay, there we go. It's been summertime. People been out, coochie cutter shorts, COVID, vaccines, summer love, breakups, new things people are trying out in their relationship. So we're here to talk about it. But before I go all into it, let me bring in my co-host. Got my girl over here, Miss Trina B. Real, actress and activist. What's good?
How you doing, boo? Welcome back. Welcome back. Good to see you.
Yeah.
Kurt would say it's a go. The Tony Steele collection. We here all day, every day. Doing what we do.
Okay, here we go. And now we have Apollo Sadiq, Mr. Ghetto Stiletto himself, choreographer and artistic director, businessman. What's up?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How's everybody doing?
What it do?
Good to see you. It's been It's been a little moment. We haven't seen each other in a little minute. So your hair's coming through, Apollo. Them locks is looking good. Or they
Girl, it's literally just happening. I'm not even trying to lock up. It's just happening. Like,
I know that's great.
My hair is used to being locked up, so it naturally is just going back to this state, like because I was locked up for 14 years. So me just having my hair out, it was like, bitch, no, and I'm like, no, what? So I guess it's happening, girl.
Well, it looks good on you, darling. As you can tell.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it.
Everything is going back to the essence, as you can tell.
Mm-hmm.
Off my head, you see my size done came in. I'm ready to pop out my new look. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like your hair too. You got the bun going on, cute.
Yeah, well, I was trying to get these sides to grow just a little bit where they're at right now, and then I'm about to do a little something different. Stay tuned.
All right.
I just been doing my wraps, keep it cool. Yeah. I've been wearing my hair like at times, and then I be on my wraps and stuff. But just depending on how I'm feeling, just depending on how I'm feeling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Well, how's it going over there on the East Coast?
Well, everything is good. The world's open back up. Everybody's outside. It's like COVID never happened. Okay, now they got the new variant, and everybody's still outside. You got some people with masks. Some people don't even care about the mask no more. They like, look, catch up where you catch up at. That's where it's at. And but everything is back. Barbecues and boogaloos. People looking for their baby daddy.
I knew that I already knew over there in New York that people were already going to be like, we don't care what you say. This is what we do. I already knew it was going to be like that because people wasn't even trying to, they weren't trying to follow any kind of rules to begin with. So
really,
not in New York. Not in the beginning.
I thought they were in New York because it was us in New York who had like the strictest lockdowns.
Yeah, no, people wasn't feeling it like that. They were, you can't really just tell them what to do. Oh, we lost our girl Trina, she'll be back. But definitely it looks like just being in Cali again, just like, people are there we go. People are, out having fun. What's up?
Sorry about that, guys.
It's all good. So let's get into our discussions today. So we're going to start with the music category because we had some hotness. Why am I getting okay? Normani's new music video came out, child. So let's talk about it.
Well, let's get into it.
Apollo.
Oh, hello? Where you in, Yamina? Oh, I was like, where she went? Oh.
No, I said I want to have you start it off. So what you think?
Come on, titties. I see titties, tatas. Come on, Mina.
Okay, give it to him. I see you.
Yeah, she's giving us.
It's a go for the time.
She's giving us Grand Canyon today.
Yeah, this is the first time I really had cha-chas. You know what I mean? So I'm just,
Oh, wow. You mean you is stupid.
First of all, let's say congratulations on the new career though. You know what I'm saying? People don't even know. People doing upgrades, up levels, and new things. So I'm saying congratulations to the red light special of having its home away from home, the new cabaret.
Thank you.
You know, you have to see. Sometimes people don't give our girl. You know, we forget to give the flowers to the people that give out the flowers, right? So I'm giving it to you, my co-host, girl. Congrats, big ups. You're doing big things, Pooh.
I appreciate it. You know, it's been a journey. So you know, like I'm actually going to be on the East Coast pretty soon, probably most likely in the next month. So we're definitely going to be linking up.
Okay, you better make sure, do not miss me. We got some dancing to do. We got some videos to do. We got some content to create. I'm excited because then when we create something here, then we come to LA and make it all do what it do. But let's get to music because first of all, let's give a shout out to Revolt. They got a new show with Tigger and my girl Rap City coming out.
Okay.
You know, they about to do something called Top Off. You know, bringing the rap. You know, having a lyricist, and I guess the host have a show where they talk about videos and lyricists and all that dope stuff. So congrats to Rap and Tigger for coming back from the basement.
Nice.
You know?
I missed Tigger in the basement. So we're gonna get more into that since we're talking about hip hop and rap. So let's get on
Normani. So all right. So her music video, I will say I was very happy to see that. I feel like she brought back an energy that we haven't had since the early 2000s. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like it, and when I was watching it, I was like, yo, this is giving me that old school, like Missy, Aaliyah, like, you know what I'm saying? Like Janet, like clean. The thing that I loved about it, and I used to hate it because it was going on for so long, I love to see girls dance like that as
yes.
Not when they're dancing like you know what I'm saying? Like that's cool and all, but they were dancing like smooth as just like, oh my gosh, like I love seeing girls. So shout out to all the girls out there that was in that video. Y'all killed it.
Well, I definitely feel that they definitely brought back dancing, right? You got to see some really good.
Oh, they were dancing.
They
were dancing.
Yeah, and I think I like the fact that they weren't trying to be like something else that we've already saw, you know, been already done. They try to, you know, like you said, bring that same energy, but they still had their own something different, which I thought was dope. You know what I mean? And so let's light up to it. Let you get a smoke for your girl.
Ooh, that's what I do love. Like from our generation and your generation, Trina, it's just as far as like the entertainment and the music videos and the artists, like the music and the dance, like they was really on the grind back in them days, you know.
But they had artist development.
That
to me is what's missing now. Like a lot of artists now are pretty much copying what they've already saw that's been done. All right. And they maybe just put a twist to it, add a different color wig, maybe change the words, but we've seen it before. So I like seeing, you know, there's a lot of artists, especially over, if you look in the UK, there's a lot of artists that's coming over here that's doing something, you know, they saw what we did and they're trying to take it, a step up.
Most definitely, because like before it was all about R&B. R&B was, you know, the leading thing, you know, before like, you know, hip hop was doing this thing, but it was really marketed, you know, R&B, hip hop, Mary J, all of them coming through doing what they was doing, P. Diddy and Jay-Z during them times in the 90s. You know, those are the music videos I was watching coming up as an artist, you know what I mean? So I pay homage to the generation before me, even though I think y'all was trifling back in that day because I was watching y'all dance to 2 Live Crew and you know
what it was? We were right after the hippie phase, right? So we were actually having more sexual freedom, trying to talk about, you know, we want to see you shake it, pop that, lock that. You got girls, especially in, you have to think about it, in the inner city, to get away from the trauma and your night, like, you know, seeing death, going to the club was your way out. Right? That's why that booty shaking music and thug music had a life, because people had something. The difference between, to me, our era and what we see now is our era was rapping about life experiences, what they were going through, trying to get out the struggle. You have rich kids that just want to get high, or you got kids that just want to just keep constantly repeating a cycle of what they heard gang violence looked like. They don't even know why they got beef. A lot of them have beef because I'm from 63rd and you from 53rd, but you don't even know why they had that beef from back then, right? So like it was really territorial. It was all about money. Now we have so much opportunity. A lot of these kids now, even with like Future, like he started a whole culture with that Percocet. You know what I mean? Now you got kids getting high on prescription drugs. You know what I mean? Thinking that, like, I don't know how they do it, because even when the doctor tried to give me pain pills, I don't like the way it make me feel. So I know this is a next generation. I knew when I saw these 21st century babies that these 2000 babies, they ain't got nothing. Like, I knew 2000 was going to be different. You know what I mean? Because they came in faster. They came in doing stuff quicker. They were, the technology had taken place. So kids are definitely seeing more, having way more access.
Yeah.
Now they're much more access.
Right. So they looking at it and they thinking that, their life is hard, but they really haven't had a lot, and then don't get me wrong. Some of these kids that do come from some of these one family parents where the mama is strung out or the daddy's strung out or just their abusive parents, they just had kids that have a place over their head, because we see a lot of that.
Right.
So the gang culture, the gang become their family. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
That's very important to break that down, because people who do not understand the culture, they look at it and they automatically judge. And so, like,
right.
Yeah, especially with you, Trina, seeing so many different transitions from you being in junior high, even let's start like junior high school, because I mean, I know younger.
When I was in high school, the most rap that we had was gangster. We had Beat Street come out. Okay, they was graffiti. That was what they was doing, stealing bikes and stuff. Like, they wasn't just shooting people. Like, killing somebody was like something serious. Like, you had people who committed murders or serial killers, but you didn't have young people just automatically thinking like to shoot or kill someone. That wasn't there. I don't remember or hear a lot of stories of young people revolting. You know what I mean? On their parents and becoming abusive and like psychotic against their parents. I don't remember hearing those stories. Now, we had a couple horror stories as we grew up. We heard about, but we don't know if they were real. Like the Bates and Norman Bates and all that, them stories from Twilight Zone. And they may have been true stories, but we didn't have as much, or maybe we didn't know because we didn't have technology, right? So we maybe didn't know how many crazy people it was in the world because we couldn't see the world as we see it now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
True.
And you have a lot of people that are seeing, they're killing or doing stuff because of what they see. Like, even this whole culture now where everybody's getting on for likes and people doing anything for TikTok. I be seeing stuff on TikTok saying, Lord, take their phone. Somebody take their phone.
Yeah, these little challenges and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's not even just a challenge. It just be grown people like just needing attention. Just like Instagram, Facebook, like you see people doing videos and you be like, you got on your drawers. Or one time I seen somebody actually videotaping two people having sex in the middle of the daytime in Newark. Like, technology has got it where it's like you just see way too much information. Like, I didn't want to see that. I didn't want to stroll on my line and see that. It was like two bums. I don't know who was under the cover, but it was the fact that this was happening in broad daylight in Newark in front of the courthouse. You know what I mean?
Not in front of the courthouse.
In front of the courthouse. And they had, because technology now, you can, that's what people do. Even for the fact that people will grab their phone before they try to help you.
True. That's very true. That,
call the police. Instead of trying to video me, you got the whole fight on the phone versus calling 911. I'm not saying the phones aren't good, but I just feel like technology is taking the humanity out of people.
Yes, that's very true. And I feel like back to, as far as the music video, just the time period that they covered, watching that music video reminded me of things that was going on during that time. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so, like, as artists, we couldn't be fake. We couldn't like, they say fake it till you make it and all that. No, you have to do the work.
Right.
And so, people don't want to do the work, and we have technology. We're able to just use our phones to do whatever. And so I'm happy that artists out here that still want to pay homage to that, especially with our, we like to dance and we appreciate a good cat, you know what I mean? Especially at this point in time. So, Normani, I want to shout out to Sean Bankhead and I think Asia Janae was also on there choreographing. So, but yeah, that's pretty too. That's pretty tight. So, I think
I'm excited. I'm excited to see what is next after this because it's like we waited so long for Normandy to come out with something new, and you can tell that they're trying to grow her up. They're trying to get her away from that whole Fifth Harmony bubblegum pop type of perspective. But get this though, let's not forget. I don't know if y'all seen Tinashe's new video.
Yes, I saw Tinashe. I was like,
let me tell you, that's what's her name? What's the girl's name? The
Paris, was it?
Who?
Did Paris do that one?
Yes, Paris. Very much Paris for sure. And man, I'm not mad because Tinashe, because she's basically like, bitch, I ain't going nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Especially because Doja Cat came out and a lot of people have been kind of comparing them, you know what I'm saying? Like, but I'm like, to me, they're two completely different types of energies. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Very, very different. Well, for one, though, Tinashe doesn't rap. That's the first thing. But right. Just their aesthetics, they're around the same age, I think. Or maybe Tinashe might be a little bit older than Doja, I think, maybe. Or they're probably around the same age. I'm not sure. But I do love, because I feel Tinashe, what Doja's kind of doing now, Tinashe kind of was that girl for a little moment. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was kind of like her place, like kind of spacey. But the thing with Tinashe is that when she first came out, she was very much like Doja Cat with all the spacey, Space Odyssey, eclectic type of vibes. But nobody was feeling that for 2-3 albums that she did when she first came out.
Right.
And now, I think that, you know, she did 2 more and she pretty much pulled a Pink. I always call that pulling a Pink. You give them what they want, you try to change it to something different after the fact. But I think when she started getting back into her spacey element, people wasn't really feeling that because they weren't used to that. Her diehard fans who've been watching her since she was like 15, 16, like myself, I was like, you know, that's her, that's who she is. But I do love that because Tinashe, I always thought she was extremely talented.
Yeah,
I've been watching her since she was 15 years old. She's always been extremely talented. Even back then, she was writing her own music. She was producing all her own music. She was producing all her own music videos. She was editing all her own music videos. Like, she was literally a production team by herself when she first came out.
That's why a lot of artists like her do well.
Yeah,
they already have a vision for who and what they are and where they want to go. You have artists that don't have
able to get behind that because they see you and they're like, this is the vision that we want you to go. And it's like, well, this is the vision that I've dreamed about for myself. You know what I'm saying? I know myself, but they always have to think marketing. That's the thing about social media. Like you said, there is no artist development. Artist development was to be able to develop an artist to a point so where they would build some type of popularity and traction when it came to their music, their artistry, whatever. Now, because of social media, you don't need an artist to be the best for them to go viral or for them to gain popularity.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So there's no need for us to spend money on artist development.
But that's not true.
Artists, well, they feel that.
Right. I don't feel that. Yeah. Artists go viral depending on what they put in their videos and where they put it at and what the content and what they're saying, right? Because you have a lot of people that go viral and you be like, but why? But you got people that go and listen to the music, you got people that support it. You got people that listen to different things and different reasons of why people go viral, right?
Doja, she sung about a cow. Doja's been out since she was 16.
Right.
People don't even realize that I'm So High video, that song that was blazing for the summer in 2011 and 12, that was Doja Cat. But every time I play that song, people are like, oh my God, that's Doja? That's like 7 years old. I'm like, yeah, and y'all just not realizing who she is. You know what I'm saying? Like,
people don't realize people been around.
They've been around.
Because you think they started overnight doesn't mean that they did. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And she did it. That's what she did. She was in a restaurant.
I didn't put on any makeup. I was like, I'm gonna just do.
Oh no, baby, you look good. You have on God's makeup. It's called natural.
That's what I was doing. I was like, no, I got this nice little tan going on. I ain't feel like I needed to do anything. I was like, I'm gonna look this tan.
It looks good, girl. You got nice tan.
It looks great.
You know, all of the tan do what it do. But also, let's get into it. Since we're talking about music, let's talk about the baby having the baby with the.
Oh, there we go with Danny Way.
okay, who we all knew was pregnant when she did the announcement. I was like, girl, we already knew you was pregnant by the baby. Now I'm glad you decided.
First of all, you trying to announce something when you're almost due.
No, but we
girl,
already
you like about to pop any moment.
First of all, let me just be clear. We saw her belly when she did that little dance video, and everybody was like, she pregnant? And, you know, she didn't never say anything. She never denied it, but she never confirmed it, right? But it's so funny. That was at that point, he felt like, I don't need to stay because you decided to keep a baby when he probably didn't want to have a baby, knowing he already had just had that little girl with the other girl. But the baby need to put some, he like Nick Cannon. They out here just cannoning out stuff. Because Nick Cannon is another one that's wilding out. He out here, I'm scared to go on the show now.
Wait, now there's a method to Nick Cannon's madness.
I used to want to go on wilding out. But now he done wild out so much. I'm scared if he look at me, I'm like,
wait, Trina, hold on. There's a method to his madness because I felt the same way, but I actually saw his explanation in the interview. For whatever reason, Nick Cannon believes that his time on this planet is very short.
Let me just say this to you. Even if you leave there tomorrow, you do not have to fuck every wilding out girl.
Well, so this is what he's saying. He's building a generation. He says that.
I'm not mad at that, but they all from wilding out. You did not come outside of wilding out. So I don't know what happened at these wilding out parties, but y'all be wilding out. I'm not mad at you, Nick, but I'm just saying you might as well put the hashtags in your whole slanging of these babies right now because you just. I'm not saying. And you got some cute girls, but they all from wilding out. I guess you spend so much time. Now you really put a meaning to you spend so much time at work, you might as well make them family. I think
they're honestly.
He did it to the DJ. He got a couple of dancers. He got the stylist. He got every woman that works on this show is almost like if she is anything that is tasted to him, she is a treat. He is like Bill Cosby right now. He just got Jello pudding pops. Everybody happy to have some.
He's pretty much made surrogates out of everybody around him, basically.
I mean, that's what it seems like. Girl, be a millionaire. Like, to be honest, I really thought I liked him and Mariah. I really felt like they had a real love chemistry going on, and I was low key rooting for that they get back together. The next thing I know, he pop out the baby. Now he pop.
Once he got on wilding out, let me tell you something. You know how they say, be careful what you call yourself, be careful what you name things. Let me tell you something. That wilding out got him wilding out. I'm not saying he should be free, but that name has went to his head. He just like anything in my eyesight. If I want it, I can have it. And I'm not mad. I think it happened when he put a turban on myself. He walked into his natural righteousness at that point. He became a black king. Because at some point, we have to realize that we did not all come here as servants. You know, and so at some point, you know, he realized that the story that he's been told was not the story that he wrote because he reread his story. He's a very successful man, regardless of how many babies. I'm just joking. No matter if you have, I don't care if he had a whole football field, he can afford it. You know, right? You got a whole bunch of
he's definitely on his way.
A bunch of them out here that's wilding out, and they can't even afford it. So I was just thinking it was just funny because every one of them was a girl from the girls that was rapping. You know what I mean? It was like anybody that would have thought it was cute. And you know what I'm saying? And he felt like, yeah, you could make a cute baby. Come here. You know, and they all can look alike because the baby mamas all got some similarities, right?
Yeah, they do.
He didn't go get no, you know, all the way. You know what I mean?
Right.
He's making a tribe, but he ain't making he making that. You know what? And it's another thing. Since we're going to get on this topic of mixing up things, you know, I'm not mad at your village and citation of flatations of flavors.
Right.
What I noticed is, so today I had to go get a pedicure and I went to go get my feet done. And, Ting Ling done messed around with a brother. So we got little Ming Ling in there working. Ming Ling don't really want to work there. Ming Ling mixed up. She beautiful. She's a beautiful girl. She should be modeling somewhere. Hair was beautiful. I took a picture of her because I had to remember this shit. Because I know next time I go in there and I see one of them that ain't all the way Vietnamese or whatever the fuck they supposed to be. And I'm not sounding racist. I'm just saying real shit when it comes to your feet. Because certain people do certain feet good. Russians do good feet. It's certain people, let me tell you, who do good fucking feet. They like doing feet, and I'm not mad. I got feet that need special fucking treatment. When I pay money, I need special fucking okay. These feet they're probably a lethal weapon when they get not having a pedicure. You know what I'm saying? So, Ming Lee didn't really want to do it, so she half doing my shit, and I'm watching everybody else get their shit done. So her mother comes over, and this is why I always respect them, right? Because the old school gonna give you your money's worth. She came over, she peeped, and I knew, you know how they know, when your kid do something messed up, and you don't really want to call them out, but you say, you know that shit ain't right. So she looking like, don't be not looking right. Like, the mama had like, she looking over her shoulder like, you don't see that right there? And I'm saying the same thing, but I ain't saying nothing, but my face looking like, she said, you want your hands? And I said, Because at this point, I'm not happy with my feet. So I'm definitely not letting you touch my hands, because the girl that do my feet and my hands at home, because I'm not home right now, I'm away. But the girl that do my hands and my feet at home, she know my feet. Joanne, like, I love you, girl, because you're too good, you're too right about my feet and my hands.
Right.
But me and Lee didn't want to, she was rushing. She didn't want to put the stuff on. She didn't want to put the scrub on. And it's a certain, entitlement. She didn't really probably want to be there. Her mother wanted her to learn, because, they feel like, when I want to leave you to something, I want to leave you understanding the business, the hours you got to work, and the relationship you build with your customers,
Yeah.
And, her mom had to get in and take over, because her mom realized, even with the polishing, she started polishing my feet. That won't even right. She looking like, you like the color? I don't like the way you polish it. So at this point, I want you to move, but I don't want to be rude. You know what I mean?
Right.
You looking at my face. So that's all I'm saying, Nick. If you're going to have all these different ones, fruity flavors and all the rainbow, and you're building a nation, a tribe, whatever you're doing, make sure that they have some culture and that they understand whatever they're going to do in life, even if they're going to be a business on how to treat people. That was the moral of my story. Because, I still gave her a tip, because I come from the era of, service.
Right.
But I was not happy with Ming Ling. That's all. So sometimes that half time, you get half-ass work. It was the moral of my story, because that was.
Well, I feel you on getting your nails and your feet done, and I don't want to get all into that, because I have so many things about that, because I feel like going to the nail shop as a Black woman, if they don't know you, they're gonna treat you like shit. Sorry. Yeah. And that's unfortunate with
not all of them though.
Not all of them, but
I gotta say, I have some that appreciate
enough. It's more from my experience. I've had more of the attitude than
when I get an attitude, I leave. I say, no, I don't want you to.
I'm out. But see,
I don't want you to touch my feet, because that spirit jump over. People don't believe that, but nastiness is not hereditary all the time. You could start out having a beautiful day and experience nastiness, and next thing you know, your whole day you acting the same way you just experienced. So just
And
I don't do that.
Like, as far as like living on the East Coast and living on the West Coast, getting my nails done on the East Coast, you have people from all over the world. So they see that there's a variety of different Black people that are Africans, Caribbeans, American. When you're in California, the mindset is not the same as far as the cultures intertwining the way that New York is a melting pot. California has a different type of melting pot. So when I go to the nail shops on the East Coast, I have a better experience, because they already know, like, we their customer. You know what I mean?
Right.
In California, if they don't know you and all that, it's a whole thing, But I'm looking for a new nail lady. So
I also have a sister though too. Let me give a shout out to the Victoria Nails. That has, she's a mobile 24-hour nail service, and she's a sister. So she's actually stepped her game up and said, look, I'm open 24 hours and I travel. She's in the tri-state area. So shout out to Victoria Nails. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Victoria Nails. Since he's talking about the females in business, let's get into the topic that we had for last week that we were talking about. We were talking about, time we were here before, Queen Latifah had got the Lifetime Award from BET. And so there's been all these things going around, like, who is the queen of hip hop right now? So I've heard people say Cardi B. I've heard people say Megan Thee Stallion. I heard people still say Nicki. Then it's like, what is it based off of? Is it based off of lyricism? Is it based off who's hot right now? So I guess we should do a general, like, I like to say overall, like, who's still like in the market and still doing their thing. Who would y'all say the queen of hip hop is? I'll start with you, Apollo.
See, it's hard to break things into brackets like lyricism and performance aspects and quality, because there's so many artists out there that are dope with the pen and they're not getting recognition. There's two, like, honestly, the most, especially when it comes to female rappers, majority of the ones that I enjoy, no one knows. Or they're underground. Like a Tierra Whack. Perfect example. Even a Cupcake, she's very controversial. Cupcake is very controversial, but her pen is sick. Like sick. Does she ghostwrite for people? Same thing with Bia. That just had the verse with Nicki. She's been ghostwriting and doing. So the thing is, a lot of these artists, their pen is sick, their lyricists is sick, but they're writing for other people. So a lot of these artists that we think are dope, it's not there. So we can't say their lyrics, you know what I'm saying? Because it's not their lyrics. They just know how to perform it.
Right.
That's pretty much a lot of these artists that's coming out. So if it comes to that now, if it comes to just the overall who's out there and who's doing their thing as of right now, I guess in this moment, as of right now, who I would say is hot. And I wouldn't call them a queen just yet, because to me, a queen, there has to be levels and layers and years to be called a queen. You know what I'm saying? You have to have gone through some things.
And other topics.
Yes. So I would say,
I'm going to hear about your poo-poo and your coochie and your wetness and your popping it and your twerking. I don't know how many more songs we going to do about that.
So I would say right now, to me, as of right now, in this very moment, as of right now, like I said, as who's asking who's the queen today, I would have to say that it would have to be Nicki. It can't be anyone else. And even though she's starting to put more stuff out right now, but everything she pops out with, it's a hit. It goes where it needs to go, regardless. So as of an artist, an active artist in this moment that's actively doing things and putting out music. Now, overall, as a queen of hip hop, it will have to be Lil Kim. Sorry, like there's no one. At this moment, there is no one. When I go back and listen to her rapping, and I just, on top of the fact that I can literally hear every word you're saying. Right. Every
really talking about word. Something, though, but she really talking about something. Like sometimes I like Nicki, but some of the stuff she got big on, I'm still trying to figure out, like the itty bitty spike.
It's bubbly, poppy, you know. It's like, what are you talking about?
Whatever the commercial rap was, cool. She got that lane, right? She was that one pop crossover, crisscross. You could talk about nothing and it made sense to somebody, right? But when it came to lyrics, and you know me, I go back, I go back. So I started looking at, I love Rap City.
Rhapsody.
She's so like, people is like, okay, no, she's a lyricist, so she's rapping about something that, to me, I'm not saying everybody else not good. I just think, when it comes to, like, if I'm gonna be listening to something, I'm gonna, like, really want my mind to marinate too. Now, if I just want to pop and drop, you know what I mean? I know that I could go to Nicki or Cardi. They're going to have something that's going to be that pop drop. Even, the City Girls, right? If that's not, because everybody got a little ratchet to them, right? Everybody want to get a little ratchet sometimes. Everybody got a little ratchet. Everybody like a little ratchet. Even the rich
like a little ratchet.
Ratchet a little differently, right? But I think I'm with you. I'm with you. There's so many other artists that we don't hear about and they don't get no play. And I blame radio for that, right? I blame radio for being, so bought. Radio is bought, like whoever, whatever DJ you can pay, whichever, you know what I mean? Because they played too many of the same songs in the same hour. That's how you know it's bought. Like, I don't know if nobody's paying attention besides me, but I don't think people care no more, right? Because we see whole black villages and black people got missing. Ain't nobody did, and anybody talking about it. They talking about the BT Awards, who was there and what they wore, right? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I know I care, right? So I don't know what we're gonna do. I just hope at some point, because when it comes to music, I hope at some point they realize that the vibrations they give out, right? Because I've never seen a generation of rappers die so quick. That's the one thing I want to say.
Yeah.
This has been the generation of rappers. Every time you turn around, there's a rapper or somebody in their family gone. And we don't, You know, it's really sad.
Yeah, it is. And you know, these drug overdose and the like my thing as far as like when you're saying you know how the things are going on, girls are getting kidnapped, all these things are happening, these things are happening. And these people who are goons out here is listening to certain music, you know, that these artists are putting out that's motivating them too. Everybody listen to something. Music goes to the good people and the bad people, the Dennises, the menaces, and all that kind of shit, right? But as far as like the music, it's a frequency. So my thing is like rappers who are talking about trapping and all that, and that's not even their lifestyle no more. They're like so far away from it. You know what I mean?
Right.
They're getting money, they're doing this, but they're still staying on that negative line of frequency that will make a person vibrate on a low vibration. You know what I mean? And so everybody gets captured by the beat. You know, like trap music. I like trap music. I wasn't trapping, but I'm from LA. I don't shit. Trap music get me popping when I'm on my hustle. You know what I mean? When I'm hustling, I gotta do some work. I put the trap music on. You know, they talk about bricks. I'm thinking about cash. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's motivation for me. But a person that's actually living that lifestyle and the words that they're saying is really affecting them where they are vibrating low.
Yeah.
That's how the system is set up. So they continue to put that kind of music out there. It sounds good. It gets you bopping. And then when you really listen to the lyrics, you be like, what the hell? But that goes with all genres. Like, you know, I always grew up listening to dance hall music. You know, I understood the patois, but when I was younger, certain things I didn't understand. And then I'm like, I hear it. I'm like, damn, that's what they said. And then just even in R&B songs, even Janet Jackson stuff, like all the sex that has been put in the music that we will play for kids. Even we'll play this music and kids like it, and we'll play it if it doesn't have cuss words. But that's not taking out what they talking about sucking on. I'm trying to sleep with you, and you know all that other kind of stuff. So yeah,
I definitely feel like I said when we grew up, music definitely has changed the culture. First, it was censored. You couldn't have all that stuff in music back in the days, right? You couldn't say all that explicit stuff in music. Now it's like the more sex, drugs, and alcohol, rock and roll, they say all that stuff sells. I just feel that there has to be a balance. That's all I'm asking. I feel like the Bruno Mars of the world, they was bringing back a balance where you could go and dance.
Yeah.
You feel like you got to take your clothes off. He's like, oh, you know, and then I also like some of the R&B artists that's coming out right now, you know, and I love Afrobeat music.
Oh yeah.
I think there's so much where, and even when you listen to African music, like they're not talking about shooting up.
No.
I don't know too many artists that's really gangster. They talking about revolt. They talking about what's going on in their world, but they're not just thinking about taking stuff from nobody. And I think we were put in a culture to turn us against each other and feel like taking stuff from somebody is okay. Like even when Biggie came out, we were like, yeah, you know, people from Brooklyn was known for robbing. People were scared to go to Brooklyn back in the days. You thought your chain was gonna get snatched because that was the culture. No, seriously, that was the culture. And so he rapped about it. But he didn't continue to want to rap about that. You know, and the sad reality is we don't realize the words we put out there. Pac and Big both put out a song about death, and next thing you know, they both was gone.
Yeah.
You know? So all I'm saying is I just think, you know, the higher we vibrate, the better it could be for the society. You know, I think with female rappers, they all have their own lane. Everybody brought something different, but I feel like with Cardi and them, you know, Kim brought in the sex culture, but she also had that street life too. She also talked about being in them streets, and you know, she showed her hard side, but then she also showed her soft side. Right. So it's balance. These people straight sex. I don't see no balance with Cardi. I don't see no balance with Nicki. Like I just see them talking. If Nicki ain't talking about sex, she talking about shit you don't even know. Itty bitty spiders on the wall. She had to do a nursery rhymes because she's also an artist. Because she also went to artistic school to know how to be talented.
Yeah.
So she's been groomed for a long time to be something, right? When you've been in all these different classes and trying to figure out, and she's like, "Listen, I'm here now."
Right.
You know what? I just sorry not to cut you off. I just thought about something. I don't know why I never put her in these type of categories. Missy Elliott. Yeah. I don't know why I never put her in this perspective because I feel like she's so beyond just a hip hop artist, just with her artistry. But Missy Elliott got some lyrics.
Oh, yeah.
And she's like on another one. I just think about her overall as an artist. Yeah, she could flow. Missy got some fire in her mouth.
Missy is the whole culture because
That's what like it's like putting Missy in the perspective. It's like it's you know what I'm saying. It's yeah, like she's in her own lane herself. I think, in my perspective, I don't consider her a rapper or a singer she's literally just an artist overall. Yeah. So is just thinking about that. Oh, I also want to say this too. The one thing that I've really been noticing, what I've noticed, but I pay attention to now as a Black culture, like BET Awards, we limit ourselves in what we allow or show or what we put on our award shows because we only focused on R&B, hip hop. Yeah. Willow Smith just came out with a whole rock album. She got a song with Avril Lavigne. Why don't we have any rock categories at the BET Awards?
That's true.
We don't have any pop categories. We don't have country music. It's a lot of Black country music artists. They're winning awards at the country music festivals and all, country music awards and all that stuff. We don't have any of that in our own culture, but we started rock. We started pop. Yep. We started all these different things. We started it as a culture. We started rock and roll, but alternative rock, alternative rap, we don't have any of those categories in our perspective. All the Black emo rappers out there that you got, there's no categories for these other perspectives that we have in our community that we've created. Like Willow Smith is beyond amazing to me. Just everything that she does, her voice, her artistry. But what's she gonna do at the BET Awards?
True. And I think like this is what our youth needs to see for our community. So we're not just putting this gangster rap in whole category. You know what I mean? We need that diversity so Black kids can see, like, look, it's okay that I'm emo. It's okay that I like country. Like, how many times have you heard a Black person say, I like country, and another Black person?
Tell you something. I'm from Texas.
So she's like this.
Okay, my brother now religiously, when I go home, I blend right in. I get back, but they listen to Zydeco. They listen to country music. Zydeco is a form of like country hip hop.
That's Zydeco. Big in New Orleans too.
Yeah.
Zydeco.
Yeah, and it's like they mix hip hop, like jazz, and all kind of these like all this together and create this Zydeco music, like the Louisiana sound.
Yeah.
But they listen to country music because country music tells stories.
Yeah.
Country music will take that corn and make some bread and have some people.
Now you talking about lyricism and storytelling. Yeah.
Country will have you crying. Okay.
Yeah.
Have a grown man crying about his dead dog.
Okay? That he loves so much.
So we just need to keep showing the diversity of us. And I feel like during this pandemic, a lot of people have been exercising certain things to try to be different or whatever. But we're just here to encourage and just continue to have the diversity because we're not just one way. We have to influence the next generation that they can be all these other things. So their mindset is not just stuck in this one place, and not just us, but other cultures need to see us in that from that perspective because that's what the media feeds the people. They look at it in different countries, what's going over here in America. That's what feeds. So since we have the internet, just like you said, Trina, now that we have this technology, it's really important, like the narrative that we're putting out on our people. You know what I mean? Because somebody's going to find it. Just like people pop up and hear our conversations. You put it out there, it's gonna get found. You know what I mean? So just have a good intention, know what your intentions are, and market yourself and put that stuff out there so we can continue.
They have so many ways now for young people to be heard. I mean, you can even go on a gaming system now on Twitch and do a whole live stream and a concert. Okay.
Crazy.
So that's why you have more people that have money now than ever before, young millionaires. Okay. Social media has made it that people can get paid for content. You know, YouTubers are getting millions of dollars, endorsement deals. Like,
Yeah.
there's no reason, you know, the only limitation, that's what I tell people now, the only limit to you is the people that you hang around.
Yes, very true.
You know, that's the only thing, because who you hang around, the people you hang around want you to do well, and we're going to help each other. You know, that's the difference. People that don't want you to do well are going to just watch you do your shit and wait till you do well.
Yep.
True.
And that's the culture we need to break. So people, when we will break, you can't break nothing, because we broken people. And until we start being honest with what the real is and stop talking about, I'm the real. No, you're not. I'm the real. No, you're not.
Be real. Look,
Let me tell you something. This has been a hard ass title to live for myself. I wake up every day and be in the mirror having to reintroduce myself. Like, you know, you treated me real, girl. Get it together.
Right.
Wanted before real was being even in. Before niggas wanted to be real. I wanted, because I was trying to be real with myself. Okay? It wasn't trying to be, oh, I want a name that was, no, I was like, girl, trying to be real. You trying to be real, right? Okay, well, be real, bitch. However you got yes, no, or indifferent. And to me, that's what's wrong with the culture right now. Everybody, you know, feel like there's not enough room, which there's more than enough. We got all this land out here there's nothing but trees, and everybody want to live in one spot. I don't understand.
Right.
So I think, you know, I think what they need to stop doing is everybody's having all this community sex.
So let's get there, since we put that community sex. All right. So we have the relationship topic of the day before we go off. Relationship top of the day.
I had to throw it in there because I looked at the time and I'm like, wait, no.
Sex party with your partner, yes or no? You know, people go to sex parties. They'll go with a significant other, their husband or wife.
I'm gonna light up on that one. Go ahead.
They get to share. You know, they can have sex with other people watching.
Hello, you could go first. I would listen to you. I was smoking that shit because you know you see my head. So I'm gonna let you go, and then I'm gonna tell you my reason. Look, I got a story.
For me personally, sex party would, you know, for me, like I like doing things in places where it's like, oh, I might get, you know, somebody might see me. You know what I mean? I do like to be.
Ooh, I don't like that. I do not like that, bitch. I don't need no attention taken away from me.
No, not the sex. I mean, I'm talking about like
an elevator.
No, that's what I'm saying. I don't
need something like that on the balcony. You talking about something like
I
that?
I don't need shit interrupting this moment. I don't need a damn thing to interrupt this moment at all. At all. Like, I had an ex that used to be like that. Like, babe, like, just go under the table real quick, pretend like you getting something like a fork. No, bitch, I'm not. You drop a fork and I'm going underneath the dinner table. And you want me to suck on something? What the fuck? No, I'm not doing that. And me, you know why? It's me. Just my luck. I'm the person that will always get caught. That's why. And I think that's what it is. It's just like gambling, bitch. I'm just that person. I'm gonna lose all the money. I just know I'm gonna get caught. I don't know what it is. It's just I just know. That's why I'm just like, nah, because I'm too worried about, oh my God, like, and I could care less if somebody sees, but it's just the fact that I'm not trying to be interrupted. And bitch, you don't get to see this for free. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Bitch, you want to see this, you have to pay to see this. But that's just me, you know.
Yeah, I on that. Like, just like the party situation. No, that ain't me. But we in the hotel.
Yeah, it's too much going on. Too many people. Too many dicks and asses and things. Just
smells and all that shit going on. I'm a germaphobe, so I already know I ain't gonna.
So you're not even walking up to the door to open the door. Cause bitch, you like, hell no. I don't even know who hands been on the door now.
No, I ain't that much. I ain't like the man from the
You're
show.
not super hypochondriac.
No. But I mean, like, just like when it comes to intimacy, you know what I mean? And I don't think it's good to take your partner to a sex party unless you're into sharing.
Yeah.
Because that could become some whole next shit. This nigga get drunk, you get drunk. Attitudes change, or you know, y'all break up, the person throw it in your face. It could be a whole nother situation.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's good because, and even if you married, right? To me, you open up something new to your relationship unless y'all came into had that kind of understanding before y'all got married.
Mm-hmm.
that's not something you want to open up.
Yeah, especially if that's not how, like you said, if that's not how you really.
Y'all came into it being, because like, I mean, I was looking at it on the shot this week, and that don't look like it's two people be happy, because now you gotta, what if you one person finds somebody they keep going to all the time? Now they start to get a whole relationship happen, because now they found something that they don't want to keep going out to. They like, wait a minute, this over here is kind of good.
I know some people that had like menage a trois, or like with their partner, and met somebody else at a party, and then they went and did the do, and then the person from the relationship, the two of them, they leave, or one of them leave, and they still in the bed, the other person in the relationship and the new person, and that caused a whole lot of drama.
Problem.
Once that penetration or the poom poom sliding or whatever it is, once you missing something in your relationship, and I'm thinking people are doing that because they're missing something in their relationship. And so if they find somebody that is scratching that itch that their partner ain't scratching, and their partner could just be like, oh, this is for fun, and the other one's like, look, I'm just trying to find me some new dick or some new poom poom, and then somebody got an ulterior motive. That's what I'm saying. Somebody got ulterior motive, and something's gonna happen. I have not heard too many things where someone went to a sex party and they later on down the line they still with their partner. They might still be with their partner, but their partner got a girlfriend or a boyfriend or somebody else on the side.
I just don't think it's good. I think things happen, and then
unless both of y'all just nasty as fuck together, and y'all, it's like both of y'all just hoes, so y'all just gonna go out there and just hold together. That's the only way.
I think that's something y'all had to do. Y'all had to be into that before you got into it.
Oh, look at the dog.
This is my daughter's dog. Mine is in there sleeping. I have a baby.
You got a dog.
His name is Saint. He's only 4 weeks.
Oh, okay. I got my cat Trixie. But
this is the mama Zora.
Oh, Zora. But yeah, I had a conversation with some people, and because of COVID and the pandemic, people have been having their own little stuff in their house, because like people come over and they stuck in the house with their husband, so they want to switch it up and do something nice. All these quarantine babies and quarantine relationships and quarantine menage a trois.
And then what happens if you have one of those and then somebody else have a baby? What happens?
Yeah. Well, there we go, you guys. We all said no. We're not into the sex parties. You guys got some more topics as far as relationships that we could talk about. You want to hear our opinion? We are here for it. And catch us every Wednesday here. So thank y'all. Thank y'all for coming in today. It's really good to see y'all today. Make sure you holla at Apollo Sadiq and Miss Trina Be Real. So I'm gonna put this down at the bottom so you know what.
Yes, Apollo, and I can't wait to get some of that fly gear. It's coming. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and send my money. Cash App you, Zelle you my ghetto stiletto, so she can bring it when she come, and we go do our dance. And I can have on my ghetto stiletto outfit. She probably need a new one too, because we're gonna make a little video somewhere with have a little whole photo shoot or something.
Yes. I'm all for that. Well, you guys heard it here. We gave y'all our opinion on the queen of hip hop. Oh, we'll talk about the new Delta strand in the next episode.
Yeah, well, y'all got to mask up. I heard California, y'all back to y'all mask. So
California got this mask mandate, and which was so interesting when they gave us the date. I think it was like the 16th of. Was it June or maybe early? I don't know.
When we went back, when we took the mask away.
Yeah, when they took the mask away, everybody was like, "Boom, no mask." And then I've heard people had dance shows and dance events and productions, and people end up having COVID breakouts. So people, you guys are so quick to get out there and do your thing, have fun, but you still gotta protect yourself. How's the mask? What is that?
It's still out here. Whatever's out here.
The mask is still, New York is still on the mask, right? Or is there no mask?
It's some people wear it, some people don't. I kept mine. I keep one in my bag. I'm gonna wear it. When I see too many people, I'm gonna throw it on if I can get enough space. then I don't really stress about it.
Yes. All right, y'all. Well, y'all heard it here. Thank y'all for tuning in to the Red Light Special Live. I'm your host, Yamina LaJean. Ciao, Mr. Apollo and Trina Be Real. We will see y'all later.
It's a go.
Bye.
Bye. Ciao, y'all.